All right, to Aaron Kearney and, of course, Janelle Tempolsky. We're going to talk to her fine wine and spirits in a moment. And the chef, Chef Jimmy Zapero, and Joe Piccarelli, my daughter's godfather. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. He would have been here tonight, not on camera, of course. He's so shy. He's been like that for 20 years. Under the radar. He is at Heinz Field because of his young son Joseph, picking up a wonderful award, and of course his son Peter, his lovely wife Nicole, and their daughter Sophia. Much love from your Pratte Pack. Okay, Jimmy Equals is here. We're going to talk some sports in a moment. He's not only going to be here after he enjoys a great dinner, he's going to join me next door at the beautiful Family Hall Theater. This is going to be such a significant part to helping business in this region, and it is a full-fledged 2-screen movie theater that's absolutely tremendous. I have watched this thing go from a startup, and now it's all the way up and looking special to a lot of us who love movies to see something like that in our region. And we're going to be over there not only talking to Karen Romanek about the Oscars, he's going to stop by and talk about some great sports movies like Rocky, released 40 years ago, and of course Best Picture at the 49th Annual Academy Awards in 1977, and that great basketball movie, Hoosiers, and he of course with TimesOnline.com, Beaver County Times, in the midst of their postseason in the way of high school basketball. But before we tell you about some great food, let's talk fine wine and spirits. And you know how much I love to do that. And being that it is almost St. Patrick's Day, let's talk a little Jameson whiskey and, of course, top shelf Crown Royal. Let's begin with those two. What makes them so special,
Well, with St. Patrick's Day, they're Irish. So we'll do quite a few different cocktails with Jameson. We'll do quite a few with Crown. We will also get the Crown Apple in to do a wonderful Washington Apple cocktail, which is a little twist on a Washington Apple shot. And we always go for a lot of Jameson, so St. Patrick's Day will be fun. Love to hit us up.
An old-fashioned. Tell them about an old-fashioned.
We do a wonderful old-fashioned. If your choice is bourbon, we bottle the fruit. So we do our own simple syrup here. We can do a flavored simple syrup with your choice. So we have a lot of fun with the old-fashions, but we take pride in doing them and making sure that they are to par, so you can do a little whatever spin you'd like on your own, which is fun.
Cranberry Martini Spritzer.
So this is a cranberry mandarin spritzer. We use fresh cranberries. We use our mandarin vodka, a splash of cranberry juice, sodas. This is a couple different recipes that I personally came up with. That's a fun one because it's actually very elegant looking and fun to make and tastes wonderful.
All right, and a raspberry lemon drop. Good to the last drop.
Yes. So that is our twist on the traditional lemon drop. We do a fresh raspberry puree with also cinnamon sugar, or not cinnamon, I'm sorry, sugar rim and fresh raspberries in the It's delicious.
And one more with Janelle, a pomegranate pear.
So this is my personal favorite. We use our fresh pomegranate juice, pomegranate vodka, pear vodka with a splash of soda and fresh pomegranate seeds in a martini. It's really good.
And as far as Chef Jimmy and Joe Piccarelli, they're hired, 2 thumbs up. Well done.
Thank you very much.
And great wine selection too, right?
We do have a wonderful wine selection. We have quite a few nice Cabernets, we've got a wonderful selection of Pinots, and we're always trying new things too with recommendations from our customers. So, yeah.
And hopefully soon, Rooney's beer will be here, Mr. Piccarelli. I know you have Iron City, the man who kept it brewing in Pittsburgh, Mr. Joe Piccarelli, and of course Miller Lite, your Pratte Pack's favorite, at least when not with Iron City's own Joe Piccarelli, okay? Now, let's talk food. Everybody likes food. And this is what, why don't you just read this off? Because you do a much better job than I do. Here she is again, Janelle.
So some of our specialties, or what I like to recommend to customers, Jimmy does a wonderful crab cake, and there is no filler in the crab. It is all jumbo lump crab meat. It is phenomenal. And it's also gluten-free. So anybody that has recommendation or requests for gluten-free food, that's one of the top sellers. His homemade stuffed banana peppers are a #1 hit. So it's veal and hot sausage, and they are just really, really good. Let's see, comfort foods. So he does a lot of not only just Italian or seafood. He does a nice twist on our meatloaf. We do a pot roast. We do a homemade lasagna, which we're actually featuring tonight. And we also do, generally just Friday, Saturday, we have an upscale menu, always prime rib. We always have a wonderful seafood dish. And the pastas are all homemade, ready, made to order. We also have a gluten-free pasta, so we can cater to that as well.
There you go. Good job. High five. All right, last night at CBS Radio World Headquarters in Green Street, I let Mr. Joe Block into the building. He, of course, part of that great Pirates broadcasting team. He joined Bob Walk in studio to go on the air with Paul Zeiss nightly on 93.7 The Fan, of course. And Pirate Baseball Spring Training Friday. It'll be on the road at Tampa Bay a little after 1 all season. 93.7 The Fan, and spring training games this year from the new Lee Com Field named park, of course, in Bradenton. So looking forward to that. Any observations about the Pirates?
Well, I think a lot's been made over the offseason. What happened with the outfield with Kutch and where they're going to move him to right field, but I don't think that's really going to be the big issue. They've got 3 great outfielders. The issue is going to be, I think, Jungo Gunn. We saw that today. He pled guilty, so he's waiting his sentencing over there. So he's going to find out in about a week what's going to happen, and I think that's going to have a domino effect. Certainly on Josh Harrison where he plays. If Gunn gets to play, that's going to be a positive for the Pirates at third base. But again, it's going to come down to pitching, just like any team. Any team that's not the Yankees, the Dodgers, or the Red Sox. Pitching is going to be the big thing.
All right, Sidney Crosby gets a goal, and Evgeny Malkin gets a goal, and also Scott Wilson. They beat Carolina last night 3-1 at PNC Bank Arena. But the big story here and around the hockey world, it's the Coors Light Stadium Series. Next stop, Pittsburgh, Heinz Field, 8 o'clock, NBC, the Canadian Broadcasting Company, this Saturday against Philadelphia.
It's going to be interesting to see as far as even the weather. We had this nice weather this week, but they were saying the rain could really have an effect on this game. As far as the opponent with the Flyers, obviously they're a rival, but you look at them. They started off the season red hot, and now they've kind of tanked. And so it's going to be interesting to see, how this game's end. There's going to be a big turnout. We were saying earlier that the last time the Pens hosted a Winter Classic was against Washington, and Sid had a pretty serious injury, so we don't want that to happen again. But I'm looking forward to it. I like what the NHL's done with these Winter Classics, and I think it's pretty popular, especially in towns like Pittsburgh, where hockey is just huge.
All right, Pitt at Wake Forest underway right now, 93.7 Fan.
You look at Wake, they're really a mirror image of Pitt. They've had a lot of close games. They've played a lot of teams tough. Just can't get over that hump. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. A great coach, down at Wake Forest with Danny Manning. I mean, obviously, I'm sure, a lot of the players know what he did as a college player, Danny and the Miracles back in the 80s. But, again, they've done some great things. But with Pitt, they're coming on. I think they're getting a little bit of a roll. But they need to. There's 4 games left, and I think they need to win out as far as their NCAA hopes. They're going to go into the ACC tournament, and they're not going to win, but I think they can win out the regular season. I think that can get them on the other side of the bubble. So
Robert Morris up the road, University Boulevard, and of course their campus School Center. Fairleigh Dickinson underway right now, and Duke is hosting Fordham at the A.J. Colombo Center right now. Top 10, Duke will take on Syracuse. That underway at the Carrier Dome. And of course, you've got number 3, Kansas, taking on TCU, number 6, Oregon in California, number 7, Louisville, Rick Pitino, and number 8, Roy Williams and the North Carolina Tar Heels at the Dean Smith Center. Early observations, March Madness almost here.
Yeah, I think the team that's going to, that has the most question marks, even though the number 1 team in the country is Gonzaga. They, obviously they're deserving of the number 1 slot. But I think, coming out of the league that they're playing in, maybe they don't see that competition every week. That they're, once they get in the tournament, they've got to play those ACC teams. They've got to play those Big 12 teams. Those Big 10's fallen a little bit, but still have to play some of those Big 10 teams. So I think Gonzaga is going to be the team that really has the questions to answer come March Madness.
All right, Denny Hamlin won it last year, the year before Joey Logano. It's the Super Bowl of auto racing. America's race this Sunday on Fox. I'm a big fan of the Daytona 500. I believe that they are athletes. I grew up watching the great Richard Petty, the King, and just have seen so many wonderful drivers over the years. Just your thoughts where this is and why it remains one of the biggest spectacles in sports.
It really it's amazing because it's a lot of people who don't normally pay attention to NASCAR or to auto racing at all. They pay attention to this event. I know a friend of mine almost every year has a Daytona 500 party. And we all get together, we pick names out of the hat and gamble on the race and stuff. So, it's just, I think it's just one of those races that, whether you're a fan or not, you get together and it's a fun time. So
I can't thank you enough. You've done so much in helping you and your wife with these great videos. And until our next chapter, which is going to be next door at the Family Tall Theater, an amazing place right here on Walnut Street. If you're in town, 2 screens, all sorts of wonderful movies. And not just things that are running now. They have everything that's out currently, but also some movies that make you think, and it kind of gives you a lesson in cinematography. So it's great stuff. That is coming up next with your Pratt Pack in the great community of Sewickley, Pennsylvania.